again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Welcome to this wonderful celebration of the centenary of the greatest working bee ever seen in Mount Gambier.
100 years ago, over 2,000 men, women and children assembled near here in the greatest volunteer project held in Mount Gambier.
So I'd like to welcome Susan Chammy and James Rook to the podium to say a few words. Thank you.
On behalf of my family, thank you for your very warm welcome and for the honour of having us here to represent the family of Arthur Rook, who is related through our grandmother, Florence Rook, Arthur's sister. Our fathers, Wilbur and Arthur, would be so delighted that Mount Gambier, their birthplace, is commemorating 100 years since the building of the wall, known as Rook Walk, and thus maintaining the heritage of which they always spoke so proudly. So, the 27th of November was only 16 days after armistice was declared at the end of the First World War. Mount Gambier had lost 143 soldiers, with many more still missing, husbands, sons, fathers, brothers. Their families would have been heavy with grief. Yet here was a chance of the people of Mount Gambier to come together and build a tribute to those lost at war and somehow put that terrible time of destruction behind them. In a single symbolic act of hope and trust that peace was here at last, they built this long-planned retaining wall at this very significant time in history. And so they came, 800 workers, stonemasons, carpenters and painters, led teams of people in back-breaking work. In addition, 300 women prepared and served meals through the day. Cakes, eggs and poultry was donated. And as Lynette said, butchers, bakers and the Chinese market gardeners came. Doctors and chemists stood by in case of accident, and 1,000 visitors and school children came to watch. The tonic ale was available during the day to spur things on, and the town band and Salvation Army played on and off to make things more festive, and I imagine it was a very festive occasion.
And can anyone from out there tell me how many volunteers that they think they had here on the wall?
2,000.
And what's your name?
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle. Now hold up for her, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, do you think it's possible to get 2,000 people to volunteer their time and their effort to come and help with something like Rook's Walk?
Yes.
Yes. Now, I might be a little bit more pessimistic than Gabriel here, but I just don't think that would be anywhere near possible today.
Rook Walk was built as part of a beautification of the lake scheme and organised by Arthur Rook and the Progress Association. He was such a visionary and obviously a great organiser as well, because he had to, even back then, deal with all the different departments of the day to ensure that they could carry out the work. Just imagine on that day, the 27th of November 1918, when Mount Gambier stood still, with more than 2,000 people assembled here at the lakes to take part in the greatest one-day community effort in the city's history. I think it is an amazing feat, and what a sense of community. They were volunteers ahead of their time, weren't they? They were transported from the main corner to the site at 7 a.m. for a 7:30 start. So imagine trudging up the hill before they even began the day's work. The food for the workers was supplied by 300 ladies who provided 3 meals during the day, with bakeries supplying 320 loaves of bread, and many other donations of food enabled the workers to be fed during the day. Maloney's brewery supplied 400 gallons of tonic beer. Maybe that's how they got it done. They tell us that a carnival atmosphere prevailed as 600 odd visitors watched on, together with 700 school children marching to the site after school. Added to that, the Salvation Army and the town band provided musical entertainment, just as they have today. I just think what a day it must have been, and I doubt that it would be achievable today. So it gives me great pleasure on behalf of the City of Mount Gambier to welcome you all here today, and I hope you have a wonderful celebration. Thank you.
We are judged by the way we celebrate our anniversaries. You, the people of Mount Gambier, can be justly proud, as our fathers Wilbur and Arthur would be, of your celebration of this 100-year anniversary. It hasn't only prompted a family reconnection, or a connection we didn't know we had, but has brought together and rekindled the spirit that inspired that band of willing workers so many years ago. May that spirit, together with the spirits of this land's most ancient people and the beauty of the Blue Lake, continue to unite and inspire us into the future. Thank you.
The shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. The shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait.